Hello everyone, my name is Enus R.I. Bodumas. Welcome to our new tutorial video on the continuation of solving thermodynamics problems of MIT. This is problem 10 from our series. So let's start with reading the question as usual before solution. The question: based on the sign of the following quantities, classify the following process A to F for a closed system as either possible or impossible, and very briefly mention why the empty entries in the tables simply mean that the quantity can be 0, greater than 0, or less than 0 if it's not specified. So that is the question. So let's go and solve and see. So we will start with solution. So now in thermodynamics, the process can either be reversible or irreversible or impossible. So in general, we are using the quantity entropy to analyze whether the system is possible or impossible. So the entropy generated for a system greater than or equal to 0 is possible. That is whether this, either the process is reversible or irreversible. And if the entropy generated is less than 0, the process is impossible. It's impossible. So now we apply this condition and thermodynamics argument to see whether this process is possible or impossible. So now A, from the table given, the entropy change is 0, the entropy transfer is greater than 0, and the entropy generated is greater than 0 according to the condition given. So this is the condition we have given in the question. So we apply the thermodynamic argument to see whether this condition can be possible or impossible. That is, can be true or not, can be valid or not. So we apply first law of thermodynamics. So we apply first law. That is, the entropy change is equal to the entropy transfer plus the entropy generated. So plus the entropy generated. So now, making entropy generated the subject of the formula, it implies that the entropy change is equal to the entropy change minus the entropy transfer. So the entropy change is equal to 0 minus the entropy transfer is greater than 0. So 0 minus a number or something greater than 0 is what? Is negative, is less than 0. Like number greater than 0 is starting from 1 to above, 1, 2, 3 up to above. So 0 minus 1 is minus 1, 0 minus 2 minus 2, and so forth. So therefore it will be less than 0. So now, comparing this condition given, the condition given and the one we obtain, the process does not obey the Circle Law of Thermodynamics, meaning this process violate, or the condition violate, the Circle Law of Thermodynamics. Therefore we got the entropy generated is less than 0, but in the condition they say the entropy generated is greater than 0, which is impossible. Therefore the process is impossible. So the process is impossible. That is how we analyze things with thermodynamic argument. So now B. So in B, we have given that the entropy change is 0. The entropy transfer is also 0. The entropy generated is greater than 0. So we apply Circle Law of Thermodynamics. So by applying Circle Law of Thermodynamics, the entropy generated is always equal to the entropy change minus the entropy transfer. So now the entropy generated is equal to the change in entropy, which is 0. So 0 minus the entropy transfer, which is also 0. So 0 minus 0 is equal to 0. So 0 minus 0 is 0. But we got here as entropy generated is equal to 0, which indicate that the condition violates the Circle Law of Thermodynamics, because in the given condition we have given that the entropy generated is greater than 0. But when we apply the Circle Law of Thermodynamics to the condition, we get that the entropy generated is equal to 0, meaning they are not coincidence. Therefore, this condition violates the Circle Law of Thermodynamics, even though the process itself is possible. But in the condition, they say that the process is irreversible. But when we apply the Circle Law of Thermodynamics, we prove that the process is reversible. Therefore, the condition violates the Circle Law of Thermodynamics. Hence, the process is impossible. For the system or process to be possible, it must obey first, second, third, and zero law of thermodynamics. Yes, so that's it. Then C. We have given that the entropy change is 0. The entropy transfer is less than 0, and the entropy generated is greater than 0. So we try the Circle Law of Thermodynamics. So by Circle Law of Thermodynamics, the entropy generated is equal to the entropy change minus the entropy transfer. So the entropy generated is equal to the entropy change, which is 0 minus the entropy transfer, which is less than 0. So the entropy transfer is less than 0, meaning what? 0 minus something less than 0. That is, this less than 0 is negative. So minus minus plus. So we will get what? Positive. So therefore this is what? This will be greater than 0. So as in the case, we apply Circle Law of Thermodynamics and we got the same instances as a condition given. That is no violation. Hence, the process is possible. Number one, the thing we have to consider is the entropy generated is greater than 0, which is fell under possible process. And number two, the process supports Circle Law of Thermodynamics, does not violate the Circle Law of Thermodynamics, the coincidence. Therefore, the process is possible. Is possible. So the process is possible. Then D, we have given that the entropy change is greater than 0, the entropy transfer is equal to 0. But in this condition, we haven't given the entropy generated, so we just apply the Circle Law of Thermodynamics and analyze it directly. So therefore, by Circle Law of Thermodynamics, the entropy generated is equal to the entropy change minus the entropy transfer. So the entropy generated is equal to the entropy change is greater than 0 minus 0. Something greater than 0, that is from 1 to above minus 0, is greater than 0. So the entropy generated is greater than 0. So therefore the process is possible. The process is possible. So no violation, since in the condition we don't know the entropy generated. We haven't to be able to get it directly from the table, or we can say we didn't to be given from the table. So we find it and we get it to be greater than 0. The process therefore is possible. Then E, we have given that the entropy change is greater than 0. The entropy transfer is also greater than 0, and the entropy generated is less than 0. So without no more going to and apply the Circle Law of Thermodynamics, for the given condition, we know that the condition is wrong. Actually, is spelled under impossible process. That is, the entropy generated is less than 0, which is impossible. So it's impossible without applying the first law of thermodynamics. From the condition, we analyze that it is impossible automatically. Then the last one is F. So we given that the entropy change is less than 0, then the entropy generated is greater than 0. So we don't know the entropy transfer. So the entropy transfer is not given. This process is possible actually, because the entropy transfer is not signifying the nature of the process, whether it is negative, positive, or whatsoever. Even if it is 0, it's not to signify the condition or the system. The quantity that it signify or analyze the condition is only the entropy generated, and we see the entropy generated in the given condition is greater than 0, which is possible. So it's possible. So that is how we analyze things using the concept of thermodynamics. So that is it. This is what we call conceptual question. Conceptual question. We just use the concepts without doing a numerical computation or whatsoever. So that is it. Thank you very much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm happy to present this video with my knowledge. Thank you very much.